I don't know about you, but I want to know what active real estate investors are doing today. I don't want to know what they did yesterday. I want to know what they're doing today. High prices, high interest rates. We're going to have this conversation with Casey from Brick by Brick, and we're going to break down her current investing strategy. Casey, welcome to the show. What say you?
Thank you, Michael. I'm so happy to be here today. It's like a lovely day, summertime. Kids are out of school, so it's just like got my yellow on. I know. I
Yellow
made
is
an offer
definitely your
this
color.
morning. Made an offer this morning on a house. So
Nice.
I'll say, my investing strategy has not changed since the beginning. And that's what I love about real estate is I'm not searching for the next get rich quick scheme, the next shiny object thing that's cool today and gone
Yep.
tomorrow, or something that's high risk. What I love about what I do, which is buy and hold, is like it's just the same all the time. It doesn't matter what the economy is doing, it doesn't matter at all. So I still buy properties that have appreciation potential and also cash flow. I'm not looking for the highest cash flow today because the highest cash flow today, year one, is likely going to be in properties that are in not great areas. And
Yeah.
if you self manage, like I self manage, I do not want the headaches that
Yeah.
come with properties like that. And it's not just the headache, it's the financial burden. It is insane the amount of extra funds that are required to have that high cash flow today.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
So
A
yeah,
lot of people who don't have experience get enamored with spreadsheet math,
yep.
where you and I are operators. And I could say with actual experience, the ones that have told me over the years would have the highest cash flow often have the worst cash flow and sometimes, frankly, be negative because of turnover, collection, maintenance. Don't believe the spreadsheet sometimes, Casey.
That's right. I know. So what I do is I don't go for how many units can I buy. I
Yeah.
it's hard, like we've talked this many times. It's hard to not fall into that bigger pockets trap of more units, more units.
Bigger is
And
better, Casey.
honestly,
Come on. Bigger is better.
I know bigger's better, but you know what? I'm over that hype and I've never been into it, but it's been very hard being on social media, especially like a real estate coach and not having those hundreds of units. I don't use creative financing with other people. I don't use other people's money and I don't flip properties and all that. All the money that we have to buy properties is from us, from our
Yep.
savings, from our cash flow that accumulates. So it is slow and steady wins the race. But for me to guarantee that I have great cash flow in the future and my net worth is just skyrocketing as time goes by because we know real estate, inflation rises with real estate and vice versa. And it's just like a great thing is I have to still buy properties in good neighborhoods. That's the trick. That's the golden egg. That's what we're all looking for. If you want high cash flow, and you want equity growth, it's not going to happen in those bad areas. That's why those rents stay stable for 5 years. When
Yeah.
you've got rising home insurance, rising property taxes, potentially depending upon where you're buying, and then labor prices are going through the roof. So your cash will get eaten for those properties that don't have rent growth. So when I say appreciating properties, I don't just mean equity. I mean rents are appreciating. When I can guarantee that when my tenants move out, I can add an extra 50, $100 a month to the rent after they've been there for a few years. I'm like, amazing. All the while, everything's getting paid for by my tenants. So the
Yeah.
trick today, though, in 2024, is that yes, prices are higher. So, yes, to buy those better properties, it's going to cost more. And that just is what it is. And
Yeah.
properties have cost more from the beginning of time. They go up, 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 and up. Properties are not going to come down, in my opinion, not in the entry level, area, the sector, because there's always going to be an investor or a new homeowner, a new buyer who is going to want to buy those properties. So what I'm finding myself doing is the exact same thing as before, is I'm buying properties in B class neighborhoods that need work, and I'm leaving my money in the deal. I'm
Yeah.
leaving my down payment and I'm leaving my rehab costs in the deal.
Yeah. It's so much fun. I mean, I love speaking with you. I love speaking with Coach Carson, the small and mighty investor. This this is this is what I want people to see in one rental at a time. You only need four to change your life forever. Dion has shown us that you can get financial freedom with 16. You don't need 100. Bigger is better is not true. In fact, bigger is better is going to cost people hundreds of millions of dollars. The amount of people that rushed in the last 3 years to multifamily, specifically B and C class, overpaid, never operated, and are going to lose is large. I did a live stream over the weekend where I articulated that B and C class properties will ultimately lose more real money for people than the Great Recession because the banks lost the money in the Great Recession. Here, you have accredited investors who kicked in 100 grand, 200 grand of real cash that is now gone. They got enamored by some big social media celebrity, some person on bigger pockets, and they're going to lose. And that's unfortunate. But I'm glad that you keep just doing what you do. B class, value add. You're okay not burring out all the money. You're going to leave equity in the deal because cash flow is important. I second that. What am I doing today? Olivia and I are looking to buy residential properties in Henderson, Nevada. It's our new place, below the median, 3 or 4 bedrooms on a large lot, no HOA, with room to add a casita, ADU. They call them casitas. That's what I'm doing. And now what am I doing specifically? I have searches set up for days on market over 30, another one for over 60, and I'm writing disrespectful offers. Folks, I do not need, nor do I want every deal. I only want the one motivated seller. And I've been doing this long enough to know that if I'm willing to write lots of offers, I'll eventually find them. And you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. So I'm so happy that we just keep leading by example.
Question on your offer strategy. Are
Yep.
you writing blind offers without seeing them first? You have an agent showing them to you, sending you videos, or how are you just writing the offer, it's really low, and what happens?
So now that I have a buy box kind of an area, we've driven a lot. We have a pretty good feel for it. As long as it has decent amount of pictures, I'm willing to go write an offer without seeing it personally. If it has no pictures or just the stock outside picture, I won't write it until a local agent goes through it. That's generally my feeling. But obviously we write with contingencies and out clauses and all of that. But at this point, for me, it's a volume game. I know it's a volume game. My agents know it's a volume game. We will undoubtedly get a deal. I only want one deal a year, not crazy growth. It's like just one deal a year. That's all I'm trying for. One deal a year.
That's crazy, Michael. For you to say one deal a year, you've got all these.
Yeah.
And we aim for 1 to 2 a year, but we're not where you are, and we're still very small. But it is what it is, and we're happy with it. And we do our own rehabs, and it takes a lot of work.
No, but again, you've earned that freedom.
Yeah.
The Small and Mighty Investor, that name of Coach Carson's book is so awesome. You can get that. I want people to realize that it doesn't take a lot.
No.
And I love the fact that you come back each week and share that with us. What are kind of your, oh, nope, I'd be remiss. Tell us about the offer you wrote. What are we writing? What'd you write today?
So today, when I saw the listing online, it was over 30 days. I saw it and I said, this price seems too good to be true for the location. Like, what is going on? So I contacted my agent and he said, I hate this agent. The agent is very unresponsive all the time. And she'll probably try and bid the property up higher. Like, this is her goal. I'm like, well, it's been on the market for over a month.
Yeah,
like,
clearly not work. Clearly not work.
So now the inside is pretty ready to go. It's the inside's fine. Like, it's not it's got the green tile in the bathroom, so it's got like a C gray sort of bathroom. Kitchen is probably a B level. It's all right. Interior is all painted and stuff, but it's the exterior that's got the problems. It needs a new roof. There's some rot on the fascia board. There's a tree next to it. So the outside needs some work. And the big one is there's no central air conditioning. So they're all window units. So in that area, most places in that class of neighborhood, most places have central air. So I don't really want to go put in ductwork and a whole central system. Now, it is a crawl space, so I could get a quote, but it might be like $20,000 to do that. So is that really worth it? Probably not. I may just keep the lower rent price that it will get and keep the window units. So they were asking 170, and I think we offered 150, and we'll see.
Yeah, so this is exactly what I would be looking for. And again, I'm just going to translate what you identified to my market. So first off, it's in a great spot. It's in the area you want to be.
One of the
Second,
better areas that I'm not even in yet. It's in the same zip, but higher up,
right.
closer to a certain street that's deemed really nice, which was concerning why it was that price.
So
Yeah.
then you found it's really funny. The outside of a property means a lot more than the inside. Why? Because when you drive by it as a prospective buyer, if it looks ugly from the street, you assume it looks ugly inside. Problem. And then lastly, no first time homeowner wants to buy a unit with window ACs. So you wrote an offer more than 10% below list price. I think that's smart. I think that's really smart. So good luck.
Yeah, thanks. Now's the time. And when the economy is under stress, that's the time that you buy. And we bought two last year. It's already June. We haven't gotten anything, but we haven't really looked. But with the financial stress that everyone's going through right now, with this, I think, recession that we're in, even though they're not going to say that as a bunch of lies, everybody is hurting that I've talked to. Everybody, all business owners. So give me a
Yeah.
break. Yeah. So when that's happening, it's time to like double down and
Yeah.
buy more properties, because when the economy does get better, there's going to be more money for people to spend, and it's also going to rise prices. So I think now is definitely the time to, like, if you've been sitting on your butt, get out there and buy some properties.
Do the work, write disrespectful offers, learn. Basically, what I'm looking for, just like what you found, is it's not going to go FHA. It's in a great spot. You smash those two things together, you get a motivated seller who needs out. I'm in. Done.
Yep. Fingers
There you
crossed.
go. Very cool, Casey. Well, you are amazing. Where can people find you?
People can find me every day where it says Brick by Brick Wealth on Instagram or YouTube. I put a video out every Thursday.
Awesome. Every Thursday. I love it. Thanks, Casey.